fight.
Like, you know, and this is why, like, this is why I don't understand why I got into such a big fight in my Discord over this. Like, acknowledging that this guy probably has a sex addiction does not in any way absolve him of literally any culpability of literally any part of this. Just in the same way, right? Like you can go gambling and not be a gambling addict. You can have sex and not be a sex addict. You can be you can drink of alcohol and not be an alcoholic. But as soon as it starts affecting your life in negative ways, right, and you still continue the pattern of behavior, that's when that's when we're in addiction territory. All right. And just because you have an addiction to something does not give you any moral culpability. You still have agency. You still have a responsibility not to, you know, do wrong to others. Right. Like I said earlier, a gambling addict that puts his family, all right, a gambling addict that puts his family into debt because he can't stop gambling. An alcoholic who shows up drunk to his child's, piano recital, right? And like his family life up. It doesn't get a pass for being an addict, you know? A sex addict who ruins all of his interpersonal relationships. A sex addict who loses his friends, his wife, possibly his career over his inability to stop doing horrible things because of a sex addiction does not absolve him of literally any of the culpability of doing those things. This is why I don't think it's sweeping to say this guy is a sex addict and this guy needs to show some contrition and go to a sex therapy thing or get Clockwork Oranged. Okay. Give him some barbiturates, make the not work anymore, make an effort to change your behavior, right? Don't say he's a changed guy and then 10 minutes later tell a story about him in the studio blasting porn out into the open air over the speakers, just watching the porn for the plot. Okay, don't say that this guy has changed. He needs to show that he has changed, right? And that's the problem that I have, right? As a Destiny viewer and up to this point supporter, it is pretty difficult to support someone who shows no change in their behavior and no contrition for their actions, right? It's super rough. It's super rough. Let me see. If a heroin addict robs a store to get money for heroin, it's still guilty of theft. Yep, exactly. I don't want him to harm himself or others in the future. Needs real help. Paying money doesn't rehabilitate. I don't blame Cherry, or not Cherry. I don't blame Cherry for anything that she's doing. I don't blame Pixie for saying hey, this needs a monetary. He needs to, think about I lost $1 million every single time he's thinking about sending another nude, right? I think that's I fully support that. Because Pixie's not going to commit him to a psych ward. She weighs 100 pounds soaking wet. Okay. She's not going to do it. That's why a real friend like Dan should, put him in full Nelson, like Goku and Raditz. All right. And force him into some sort of rehab. The victims deserve money, but won't help him. Yeah. I'm not an addiction expert. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, but I will say, it would be if he's a changed person, actually, right? It's not it just would have been in his own best interest for him to do that, drop that cool mill, even if it went to a charity. Okay. Who cares about Destiny? No, I'm not saying that I want him to go because I want him to be better and I'm concerned about his well-being. It would just be some kind of acknowledgement that hey, I have a problem and I'm working to fix that problem, right? But he in every correspondence that we've seen thus far, he doesn't seem to have that acknowledgement of some sort of something wrong with himself. I was talking to Ali. No. I'm just explaining myself because I got into a big fight about this in my Discord. So I just want to make it absolutely clear. Okay. Absolutely clear.
Cumin. Tell me what watch is on your wrist. Wrist.
Oh, here come the
An
Omega
Apple
Watch
Watch is on my wrist. Okay? An Apple Watch is on my wrist.
Wait, did I just see? Wait, hold on. Did I just see something about Yas
Okay?
TV?
An Apple Watch is on.
Hey, go on the Yas TV podcast live on. Oh, it's Clint. Clint is in the kick chat saying, "Go on Yas TV." Holy shit! What a. Oh man, a throwback. That guy's been making a comeback because I've been seeing people talk about him in my chat recently. Jesus Christ.
Is on my wrist. Okay? An Apple Watch is on my wrist. By the way, the people that are subscribing to tier 3 on Patreon, stop doing the like shit to make me say words hard. There's someone on there that's literally like, she sells seashells by the seashore as their name.
Don't
that
care.
I think is stupid.
Anything else? Anything else?
Okay. Is there any more disowning that I have to do? Is that enough level of disowning, or is there more? Sorry, disavowing. Not disowning, disavow. I disavow. Any more disavowing I have to do? Is that thoughts enough? Thoughts on Pisco? You know what? Pisco, because he was right in the office after elections night, right next to me. And he was like, "Hey, Steve, you should leave Miami and come to New York." And I was like, I looked at him. I was like, "What the f are you doing? You know we have a show here." And he was like, "Oh, no. It won't affect that." I was like, "What the f do you mean it's not going to affect that? You're literally telling this to move to New York." And he's like, "Oh, no. It's not about that." It's like he thought.
Thoughts on the drama? I don't know if I could give a concise. I've been repeating myself like crazy. I don't want to like kill it, but you know what? For me, Rootsy, I will. Destiny is absolutely unequivocally in the wrong. He is absolutely like the disgusting behavior, the lack of a decent response is nigh on unforgivable in my eyes. I don't think there was a chance after, like, even after the initial Reddit post response that I could give some like, okay, let's just see how he responds. Maybe he's gonna like show some contrition. Man, you know, his responses after like since they're just like absolutely unacceptable. I think that his credibility is completely shot when it comes to anything outside of like a like specific like political topics. Anything to do with like having trust in him talking about relationships or any kind of interpersonal topic. I don't think that you should ever listen to him about that ever again, or at least not for the foreseeable future, unless there is like some sort of like crazy, come to Jesus moment and everybody can see that he's like a truly changed thing, like his lawyers are going to have a fit. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like, I don't think that there's a way that you can defend. There's no defense of him. Like even like a halfway, I don't think there's a way you can halfway defend him and say, well, he's he is trying to make things right and blah 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 blah, or like obviously this like sucks for everyone involved. He's been trying to get away from the drama stuff and he f***ed up in the past, but he's he showed like genuine attempts at like trying to make things better behind the scenes and shit. It's just there's not enough there to say. It's rough. It's rough for DGG right now, dude. He'll never win a debate because the other person will just call him a sex offender. Yeah, like, well, I don't know. We're gonna have to see, right? Just this is the wait and see. Let's see how the content. Let's see how the content goes, right? And I will say there is a possibility. I don't know how he would do this in my eyes, so I can't like give any like because it feels like he's either I feel like he's crossed the line with me. It would be like really hard to pull the opinion back in my eyes. Obviously, like depending on what he's decides to do, like he could either Giga Chad through it or what, but like I don't know what kind of statement that he could make that in my eyes would make things better for him. Like it's like that bad for me, It's like caring about Harvey Weinstein after what he did. Who cares? Oh, I hope Harvey changes. Yeah, like I'm not like it's either you're already changed or like yeah. And here's the other thing, like especially if like Cherry's thing like goes through and like it was like that is like 100% true, which I assume that it is, right? Like he's like gigafucked. Yeah, there's just like not any real way to defend him anywhere here, and I don't know any way to come back from it. Yeah, I'm gonna give this like another. It's at 1.5. We're gonna go like another like 3 or 4 minutes, unless y'all know of anything else that he says that's interesting in here. But I'm going to give it like 3 minutes in the video, and then we're gonna move on. Oh shit! 1 second. Y'all are listening to the Megadeth again for another like this Christ. All right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. If you guys have anything else, okay. If you guys have anything else that you think that we should go over, then we will go over that. Link it in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, I know you can't link stuff in chat, so copy and paste like the title of a YouTube video that you want me to go over, or an article that you want me to go over, and tell me where to search it, and we will. Or you can post it in the Discord, and while we're at it, I'll just go ahead and do a short little shill. Join the Discord. I want my Discord to be more normal, and it has been getting very, very slowly more normal over time. I have less time to stream nowadays, but I might be able to increase the amount of hours, but I will be spending some time in the VC to kind of liven it up a little bit. So join the Discord, all right? And if you guys want to monetarily help me out, there's the Stream Elements donation link. That directly helps me afford food. I am on a ramen noodle, like multiple ramen noodle meals per day diet right now because I am poor, all right? So if you guys want to help a bro out, please drop some Skrilla in there, all right? Someone said Destiny said something about taking 20 other people down with him if he goes. Is this true? He did. Let me see. Do I still have that screen cap somewhere? Let me see. Watch this. Watch.
Well, folks, day
Hold
two.
on. We're not doing politics today. Okay, we're going to be talking about this. Post that in content suggestions for next stream. Where is my... There it is. Go to Diorio and then go to his media. Yeah, bro, if I need to go on the sex offender list, I'm taking like 20 other streamers with me, okay? Lol W. Lol W, guys. Lol W. Do it. Do it. Are you in danger, Sondsol? Does he have dirt on you? He has so much dirt on me. What do you think of Hassan saying, judge me by my enemies? No, I'll judge people by their own actions. Thank you. And Hassan's actions are like pretty egregious himself. I don't think that is there a single large streamer that hasn't been outed as like a massive piece of shit in some area? Like, is there a single one? Can we think of one? Maybe Lily Pichu. She's clean in all of this. She's never been in any major drama that she's at fault in anything, right? Asmon? No, Asmon's a who glazes the out of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. What do you mean? Tim the Tap Man? I don't even know who the that is. Tim the Tap Man. Oh, I've totally seen this guy before. Oh, is he chill? Like, this is way worse. Oh, like, in terms of, like, there being, like, a direct victim for anything? Yeah, no, I would agree. I don't know if Hassan has done anything like this direct. Although the brothel stuff is pretty... like, in the way that he tries to explain that away is, like, they got rated for tax evasion. No, they did get rated for, like, some pretty crazy, like, sex abuse stuff as well. And that was... after he went there. So like, that's pretty bad, right? Markiplier. Oh yeah, I guess Markiplier is like pretty non-controversial, right? Okay. Like I said, we're going to get to the 3 minute past what I said. And then if he doesn't say anything more interesting, then we're going to move on.
Let's see what was happening. Good thing he didn't. The second, like anything, well, I don't want to say the second anything happened, but the second something huge happened that was a major event in Steve's life where it was destruction. Look at, yeah, look where you ran when this guy's life pretty much almost was destroyed and everyone left, yeah, etc. Yeah. So I'm not a Pisco fan, or I'm not a Pisco fan because I do not get solid answers out of that. Like the whole, like when he was asked originally for a take about this and he's like, I can't say anything because I'm a lawyer. Get the out of here. You ain't his lawyer. Give your take
True.
All these half in the door, in or out, in or out. It's like I'm yelling.
Oh, you know what we'll watch next? We'll watch Pisco's response. Can someone link me Pisco's response? Because I haven't seen that yet. I just know that he said, he said for the time being. So, and you know what? I depending on like what came before that and after that, I don't know if I would. If I'll like cringe necessarily. I guess it does matter because again, if I was in like Pisco's position, if there was like something that showed like genuine contrition and stuff like that, but like it doesn't seem like that's the route that we're going quite yet. So
At my neighbor's cat when he's scratching at the door, and I open it up, and he looks at me, and he comes in, and he goes out, and then screaming at the door to go out again. I open the door, and he goes in or out. Choose, make up your goddamn mind. Stop around with me. It pisses me the off. This shit is even worse, to be honest. Okay, way worse. I don't fault you for leaving, but off and leave, okay, and have principles, okay? If you're gonna leave, you better leave other people that have done worse shit, okay? I don't want to see you doing collab with Caitlyn Jenner when the opportunity comes up because she killed a dude, okay? How about that? That's what I don't want to see, all right? As an example, okay? But all of you clout demons, you'll do it because it's acceptable right now. You'll do it. Okay. Call all the other orbiters out. Dude, I feel like Mike in the scene of Breaking Bad. Where the f is it? Hold on. No. Where the f is my other browser? It's here. We gotta find this. Hold on. Not this one. Command T. Mike interview Breaking Bad. Okay, hold on. Let me just find the scene real quick here.
I mean,
yes,
like
an ad.
Listen, just like for me, I find like some of Hassan's takes like pretty morally reprehensible. Like, but he comes off as just like very dude broy, but like he can't. He comes off as dude broy like in his actual personality, but then he tries to present himself as like much more than that. Like there's something inauthentic about his political advocacy and like how he does things. I don't know. I'm like really not into like the extremist shit. I used to be a hardcore socialist, but like at the point that I'm at now, like I'm really done with all the extremism and I'm done with like the like niche politics and I just want good things to happen. And I don't think that Hassan is on that train. My perception of how he is like much more on the like online, like hyper online, like socialist bullshit instead of like doing anything truly meaningful. Which like you could make that criticism, especially now of Destiny, because he's not going to be able to do anything real. But he was moving into that area, and there was like a very specific thing with the media project that he was doing that I was particularly interested in. Right, like I'm for people who've never watched me before, I'm a political science student. Right, I'm about to finish my degree. I want to work in. I want to work with the DNC and with like media strategy and outreach and shit like that. I don't know exactly how that will work or if that's actually what my career path will be in the future. But yeah, like so that thing that he's talking about, like let's like get an actual identity around the Democratic Party and shit like that. Like I think that's like intensely interesting, and that's why like especially now I was like super like on board with like the project that Destiny had behind him. But like this shit like throws all of that in the trash. In the DG, like I think that like there is like a general animosity. Like I personally kind of like just dislike his politics. Like the kind of hate that you're gonna see in the community isn't the reason why I dislike him. But yeah. How did you or your dad feel when Trump called the bishop saying the words of Jesus as being nasty? I mean, like when I see people using religion in that way, in like a super cynical way, like the Republicans do, and then like pretending like the Bible and like Christianity and Jesus wasn't all about like showing mercy and being peaceful and showing love to your neighbor. Like it is pretty disgusting. I'm sure my dad feels the same. Fairly normie. I mean, like he is normie, but like he doesn't present himself as normie.
Hold on, and skip. Hold on, you guys are gonna see.
I don't care if there's nothing else. Then we're moving on to Pisco.
Shut!
Don't care. Don't care.
Look, you guys complain about audio on the main set. Be happy you have anything here.
Okay, that's fine. We're done. That's not what we're doing. We're looking for. Is it going to be on Pisco hour? That's because my dad used to be a pastor, but Is this the VOD with the denunciation? Or can someone get me that link?
Dude.
You mean you can't believe me? I'm a capitalist, bro. What?
Oh shit, CTV. Yeah, I saw your post about that. I expect, like, again, even though I feel like I'm being like pretty honest in that, like, I'm not like out to like tear Destiny like down or like completely ruin him. Like, I'm just like kind of genuinely disappointed in like the everything regarding this, right? Very disappointed in literally every single aspect of this. I would not be surprised if I get IP banned or, my checkmark in DGG taken away or blocked on Twitter. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I mean, I would probably feel like a little bit bad for a little bit, but like, man, like someone's got to, and there are a lot of people saying it like it is, but like people need to say it like it is and not like try to, pussyfoot around how they feel about the situation, because it might be the case that people pussyfooting around everything with Destiny in the past because, they don't want to lose access or they don't want to, hurt that bridge too much. Like, it could be entirely possible that people didn't call this out as hard in the past, and therefore, like, people like me who don't follow the drama very much at all anymore, don't really notice the bad shit going on behind the scenes, right? Like, evidently all of this shit has been out there since late November, early December, right? I didn't know. I just knew that he had a blowjob vid start circulating on Twitter because it was thrust upon me. But that was like the extent of my knowledge, The problem is streamers can't handle criticism. Like, yeah. On what you said about extremism, do you regard extremism as anything outside the paradigm of U.S. national politics? No, not necessarily. Like, we could get in like to a deep conversation about that, but again, like, we can get deeper into that sort of thing on my next stream. But like, it's because, again, like, I have friends that are socialists and shit like that. It's just like, in terms of like people that like actually want to engage in politics, I feel like if you're going to like relentlessly shit on the Democrats like constantly, when there are like, yeah, you can criticize the Democrats, but like, let's not pretend like there's an equivalency between Democrats and Republicans. Like, I want the best for, marginalized communities. Like, like my closest friend is transitioning, and I do not want bad things to happen to her. Donald Trump's in charge now. Bad things like could very possibly happen to her. I don't want things to get worse, but like, it seems like things are going to get worse, and I don't think that it's at all productive to like sit there and relentlessly shit on the Dems all the time, 100% of the time, unless they are also like going full socialist. And I do see that kind of like mentality, and I was a part of that kind of mentality, in the, in living memory. So like, I it probably feels closer to me because I used to be a part of that whole thing, which is why it like pisses me off extra hard. I don't know if you've ever heard of the bigotry of small differences, but essentially, like, you have there's like this psychological phenomenon that I don't know if it's pseudoscience, but it feels like kind of intuitively true that like, yeah, I expect to hate a Republican, right? So like, I'm not gonna like feel the visceral hate every single time I talk to a Republican because I know I'm going to disagree with them. But like, the closer that someone is to you politically, that when they disagree with you, it feels more like they're like attacking you, or that they're harming what you're trying to do by not doing exactly what you want, So it could be that, it could be like some sort of like bias that I have, but yeah. They totally do not want to lose access to money. When I want to engage in politics, I engage in local issues, not watching a streamer who is not doing anything TBH. I don't want to go like super down. We're getting sucked into it. And I'm going to give my opinions while on edibles. But I think that it's like a gateway, and I can attest to the fact that the stuff that Destiny has done has been a kind of like pipeline towards engaging in local politics and national politics in a like healthier way than just like screeching on the internet. Like I've seen probably a dozen and a half people who are just viewers of Destiny that I have met through these canvassing events and shit like that have gone on to like do lots of local politics stuff that they've posted about, right? So I think that it's a pipeline that is a good pipeline to put people down, you know? So I think the disaffection with the Democratic Party has more to do with their evident political ineffectiveness during the last 2 decades. Right, but like try and push them in a better way, not just like shit on them. Like support them over the Republicans when it matters, but yeah. Like I don't want to get like way too deep into it. All right. Where is the stream that Pisco did? Is it the road ahead? Oh, true Saphiric Neon. That's giga brained, dude.
Bore you with a recitation of the facts for a lot of reasons. Have some
All right. Here we go, guys.
What up, folks? Hope everyone is having a pleasant Wednesday.
I'm tired of Clintonites running the show. I take a Clintonite over Donald Trump. That's the entire thing, right? It's the entire thing. I take a Clintonite over the Republicans. I have way more agreements with a Clintonite than I do with literally any aspect of the Republican Party. But the problem is that like that's not who like the Democratic Party is not the Clintonites right now. There's like a million things, but you guys know, all right? Rocket's on, and all the like longtime viewers, you guys know that I get stunlocked like crazy. Do not stunlock me, all right? Let me finish. Let me do my drama content, okay? Let me talk about the horrible shit that's befallen the community that I've like been off and on part of. I'm going to eat another half edible.
Okay, have some a lot of ones now. Some 111s, some 3s. It is a cool
Don't care.
feeling. I think there are other valid feelings. Yeah, I think Med's a decent feeling. I think there are other valid feelings. Doom, yeah. A lot of not been a good week, I think, for a lot of reasons.
Oof.
But I think it's important to address.
I found the Hassan thing I was looking for. It's relevant. It better be relevant. Oh, listen, for this really quick, for DGGers in chat, okay? DGGers that are watching, and for internet gas. This isn't an equivalent, all right? This right here is just not an equivalent action from Hassan, all right? Not going to be, not sweeping for Hassan, not, blah, 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 blah. But, it's so dope, he says, opening Snapchat. I don't know if any of these are nudes, so don't judge me. The first one is a nude. He reads the message attached aloud. I'm sure you have hot girls throwing themselves at you all the time, but I'm a huge fan of TYT and I love your work. As promised, there are photos in his inbox of fans wearing the shirt, but it's about 70% nudes. Whoa, that's crazy, he says, methodically opening each message. And I was like, actually her blowing someone. I don't ever talk to any of these people. That's butt stuff. Cool. The next day, Hassan jokes that his career will be over when my article comes out. Maybe he said too much, showing me one too many Snapchat DMs. This is an equivalent. I would still say it's bad. If you know that you get nudes sent to you on a regular basis, which it seems like Miskiff there's a clip of Miskiff saying that he just scrolls nudes in front of people off of Snapchat, just like it's nothing. That's obviously bad, but this is not on the same moral level of intentionally and knowingly showing someone else a nude in order to get something out of them, it's not like he was going in with the intention of showing the nudes. He would, if you scroll up, I believe the context of this is him trying to show merch through Snapchat or some shit like that. It's not equivalent. It's still bad. It's not a defense of Destiny, though. You know, I never said it was. Oh, I don't know what the. It's just funny. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, like, but I do see. I just want to make it absolutely. I want to make it absolutely clear because I do see people posting this and saying that this is like what Destiny did isn't so bad, and I know that you're not saying that, but people are saying that. Okay, this ain't the same. It doesn't absolve Destiny. It makes Hassan look really bad. But yeah, read Neon's last message. Just a reminder to people that Hassan is not the moral paladin he pretends to be on these things. True. Okay. Nope. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
The elephant in the room.
Tell us about the elephants.
And that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you guys understand and appreciate what I have to say. And yeah. So obviously this is about certain leaks, accusations, screenshots, and other information that has come out and have been made about Stephen Bonnell, Destiny, a streamer who I've collaborated with a lot, including prominently recently on major sort of political content. You know,
Yeah.
Recently we were doing more mainstream content as well that some of you were able to see. Hopefully you learned a thing or two out of it.
Please survive.
And there have been sort of additional accusations in recent days as well that I think you guys by now have some familiarity with in terms of the underlying facts. So I'm not going to bore you with a recitation of the facts. So first and foremost, I want to let you guys know that like the New York stuff is done. That content initiative, we're not doing that.
It's Jover, guys.
For those that like that content or enjoyed it, you know, sorry to break it to you, but you know, there are some things that make that impossible. I think you guys heard, or some of you heard, my initial statement on Live and Learn, that there have been reasons why I both have been and have to be careful about what I said and what I say. My friendship with Steven is pretty well known at this point. I also met Pixie in Miami during the election stream. I found her to be an incredibly kind and courteous person. Like, seriously, of all the people I met that weekend, she was a very...
Oh no, the voice quivering. Oh
like,
no.
Weekend.
The voice quivering, guys.
Seriously. Of all the people I met that weekend, she was a very... like, it's a twinkle. We spoke in Spanish to each other. And so I've never...
He's ulting.
She reached out to me once about questions of the LSAT. Never had anything negative to say about Pixie. I have to reaffirm what I said on Live and Learn. I'm going to give you more clarity and more guidance in my opinions on what occurred, my ultimate opinions, but I need to get you guys
Hey,
the
he said his ult.
context
Oh
of
shit.
why it is that it's important for me to be careful. People misunderstood when
Okay,
I
I'm
said
speaking.
I'm a
I'm speeding
lawyer,
this shit up.
as though lawyers can't speak out about public things. That's not what I meant. What I meant was there are legal proceedings. I know Steven very well. I've known Pixie. People will take words I say seriously, and it can have impacts on things that you don't consider in the moment when you want, or to people who want to see like a statement right away.
Look, if people can support Trump without much backlash, people should be friends with Tiny without backlash. Here's the thing, man. Again, and I've said it a million times. Like the entire reason Destiny has his platform and the credibility he has is because everything is built off of trust, based off of everything that he says, right? And this is a direct contradiction to what he built his relationships on professionally, what he built his career on. At the end of the day, the reason why Trump never claimed to be, the king of consent. Destiny did. All right.
Way, Russia statement, that kind of thing. I'm not going to openly speculate, for example, on like the cause of action that have been listed in the the Substack that I read. That would be inappropriate, and I wouldn't want to prejudice anybody in making a foolhardy statement which could have extra significance. Oh, that's one of Stephen's friends. He's also a lawyer. He knows these kinds of things. So I need to be careful. There are other reasons as well. I and others have been organizing this New York content initiative, and it's, like I said, it's done, but there were a lot of moving pieces, a lot of vendors, a lot of things we had planned, a lot of politicians.
Vendors, shit.
That we've spoken to. Part of being a responsible adult is exiting things gracefully and not just rushing, making sure vendors are paid, making sure communications are done and concluded. That is important to me. And like I said, and reaffirm in my live and learn statement, I'm not going to be bullied into making a statement that's inappropriate, that is not in line with my obligations as someone who was running a lot of what was happening in New York. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what I think is right always. And I want you guys to know that that's what I did when I decided to start that New York content.
Destiny is cooked.
It's also what I'm doing when we're closing the New York content.
Damn it.
I think it's important also that you know that, my genuine thoughts on the underlying conduct, now that we've sort of steadied the ship of the content.
Can someone explain to me what the this guy is talking about when it comes to, like, I don't want to prejudice anyone's opinion, like, because of me being a lawyer? Like, I don't understand what the that... You don't have to comment on the legal statute. You can just say, ooh, bell sprout. Should I get the bell sprout? I don't have a grass type. I don't think I can catch it because I don't think I can have anything that will not kill it immediately. Let's try. Lawsuit cooked or criminally cooked? I mean, I don't, in terms of like, no, I'm talking about in terms of his credibility with his audience and with like his professional contacts, he's cooked. I'm not speaking to any of the lawsuits or the criminality of anything, or if he's going on a sex pest registry or whatever I don't know, dude. I don't know. But I will say, in terms of his credibility, he's shot. He's cooked. He had there was a moment where he could have salvaged, or at least like extended the period in which people gave him, or at least I give him the benefit of the doubt. But dude, he's just been like shooting himself in his DGG chat over and over and over. He's cooked, and it will take a lot of work. I don't know what he could do to like bring that back. In my opinion, in terms of his credibility, he would have to do a lot of work, and I don't know if he's showing that he wants to do that sort of thing.
Content a little bit. We've done communications. We've been behind the scenes making sure that things just don't collapse into nothing. My friendship with Stephen is well known. I generally, liked him a lot. Still,
damn it,
viewed him as a friend. And obviously it's tough, but what occurred and what I've seen is completely and totally unacceptable and horrible, the underlying conduct. I have no interest or inclination to go bit by bit, log by log. I have not done that with other personal drama situations, Ricada Law, that have come up. This is not a drama channel. I'm a political person. Exception if it's Pete Hegseth, I might say something on Twitter. Okay. So with the Secretary of Defense. But it's important for you guys to know that, like, that conduct is not okay. And it's not an issue. I understand people say, hey, I'm an advocate for strong Democrats. I often say that. Strong Democrats, not weak Democrats. And we need to, like Martin O'Malley said, be ruthless. But being ruthless doesn't mean giving up your principles. Being ruthless doesn't mean there aren't lines that can be and have been crossed.
Well, Terra Apex, this is the question that like I know that there have been like whisperings about like shit going on with, you know, revenge porn, but like I just don't know if people's engagement like me is like mine, where I like I hear about things, but I'm not going to look into things because I don't look at drama very much, right? Like anymore. It used to be something I did a lot, but I'm, you know, I'm an adult now, and I just don't like look at a lot of the drama stuff. And I mean, I was visually assaulted by the clip of him sucking on Twitter the day that broke, but. I guess it kind of goes to show that the messenger on why something is bad, or like of something being bad, the messenger does matter, because when it's a bunch of people that already hate Destiny, them like accusing him of something crazy, I'm probably just like not going to look into it. But when there were people that were more credible in my eyes, like saying, hey, you should, this is like really bad, I'll look into it, you know? So, cap or nah? Let's see. All Relevant can't believe Destiny really tried to argue that he had zero sexual intentions when he and Merc off the perk cuddled in bed in his apartment. And see, I had heard about this. I thought that he like said that they had never cuddled in bed. Isn't that what he said? Because I saw a clip of him arguing on Twitter and decided that it was not worth like looking into, because he was like, it never happened. And the Merc person is such a freak that I wouldn't listen to anything that she said. Like maybe he is just like the perfect sociopath, because he always picks people that are crazy that no one would ever listen to, you know? No, he admits to cuddling. Okay, well, I missed him admitting to cuddling. I thought that he said that they were in the Anything Else studio, and she was like playing a Switch. Like that's all I heard. He was arguing, like, okay, if he was saying that they were cuddling in bed and like nothing, like, I'm sorry. I thought that she was just, okay, never mind. Let's see what Relevant has to say. The cuddling, the platonic cuddling. I can't think of a single time I've ever platonically cuddled with someone. Yeah, literally never. I've never platonically cuddled with someone. How do you platonically cuddle?
She's not trying to accuse you of...
Hold on, Merc. I'm really cold. No, it's winter. I'm really cold. Please. I need your body heat, or I'm going to get... Oh God. I'm going to get the frostbite. I'm going to get the frostbite. Merc, please come here. Oh, wait, shit. When Ross and Joey did? No, I listen, I don't watch that gay shit, okay? I watch YouTube videos, not friends. Please, I'm a gamer.
She's not trying to accuse you of or something, right? Like you're kind of blowing this out of proportion. John Locks wants me to point out that he also was like, they were in a bed cuddling, and he was like, no, absolutely, I had no intentions to have sex with you whatsoever. And it's like,
what?
Maybe.
Yeah.
They had hung out for like the day, and then they were apparently, she didn't want to go back to her place or something, so they spent the time in his bed, and they were like spooning, but apparently there was no sexual intention to the spooning.
Hey, Gabo. Hey, Gabo.
I'm sorry. This is I didn't know that they actually did cuddle. I thought that he was contesting that they ever like spooned or anything like that. Otherwise, I would have called Cap immediately, because that's not something that happened. Sorry. The dude that was blaring like Pornhub in the Anything Else studio while setting up for anyone to hear, that guy was platonically cuddling with someone.
Hey.
He said that he physically was not built compared to her height
Like,
to be able to like
you
He sure
do
is.
it, right? He's like, I'm too short to
Yeah.
reach down to.
She's not trying to accuse you of or something, right? Like you're kind of blowing this out of proportion. John Locks wants me to point out that he also was like, they were in a bed cuddling, and he was like, no, absolutely, I had no intentions to have sex with you whatsoever. And it's like,
What?
Maybe.
Stupid. Okay, let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
my heart, aches for the victims involved. It's been a tough period. I hope you understand why I've said and not said the things I've said and not said. I hope you can understand that. If not, that's fine. I want you to know that everything I did in the New York studio situation, I wasn't paid for any of that. I did it because I believed in it.
What am I doing?
I'm proud of the work that the people who organized those events did. I'm thankful for that opportunity. I still believe it's important for us to engage on that mission, reaching out to legitimate influence in the Democratic Party. It's a bitter pill to swallow, for sure. And not only that, I, like Pixie was a DGGer. You see me wear DGG hat, wear DGG
I'm going to have to speed this up even
emblem,
more. Jesus Christ.
the omniliberal logo. I think DGG was often misunderstood by, there are definitely some not great elements in DGG, including, yes, I think some latent, sometimes more than latent sexism issues with how they interact with women specifically.
That's true. But also, like, again, I was so like happy at the very beginning of this. The Dalaban community on Twitter, it was all, hey, this shit's indefensible. What the fuck is this guy doing? Responding like this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of that. Are you gonna watch the Mr. Girl stream today? There is not any force on earth that could compel me to watch a Mr. Girl stream. Okay, it's just, that ain't gonna happen. But yeah, I was really, I was like, you know what? DGG does have some morals, because they, like me, on the Dalaban Twitter group, was like, just completely not covering for any of this bullshit. But that lasted like 3 days, and now it's a war. Okay, now it's a war. And people are trying to sweep or trying to make excuses for the behavior. And let me tell you guys something. There's nothing here to defend, unfortunately. There's nothing here to defend. Is he literally Hitler? No. He's just lost credibility. He's harmed other people, and he's not taking accountability. He refuses to acknowledge that he has a problem that has been the only consistently damaging thing in his life has been, losing friendships, relationships, his marriage. I've said this a million times. Like, you could make a compilation of how many times I've said it in this stream. But he's lost friendships, he's lost relationships, he's lost his marriage, and now he's losing possibly, a large amount of career growth because of his inability to stop doing the sex stuff that him over every single time. And it's not just him, it's everyone around him. Okay, there's like no regard for anybody else when it comes to I need to goon right now. There's no accountability. There's no change in behavior that is public for us to see. And this thing has turned me anti-fan. I don't know if I'm anti-fan, but I'm baffled. Right? I would have to see. I have to imagine it's actual mental illness at this point. Like I've said a million times, has a addiction, and the addiction is sex, the sex addiction. The guy has a sex addiction, and he needs to be clockwork oranged into throwing his guts up every single time there's a quarter of a boner that like weasels its way down his pants. Okay. Like the second that he has a sexual thought, he like it needs to happen. Right. If Dan was a good friend, he would commit that to a psych ward where his hands are tied up in a straitjacket so he can't goon. There has to be some sort of like actual sign of contrition, but like his response in DGG chat is absolutely unacceptable. And for anyone that's been watching me for more than like an hour at this point, has heard me say this like 12 times. Sorry guys, but like it's just crazy. It is actually crazy to me. Okay, it is actually crazy to me that there's people defending it, right? And I think it's actually disgusting to me that Destiny's trying to paint Pixie out to be just in it for the money, right? Like that should have never been said, right? It was absolutely insane when PresidentSundee said it in his video, which he shouldn't have made, right? But not after that information was out there, Destiny shouldn't have also said that Pixie is only in it for the money when there's evidence directly contradictory to that. Like I'm sorry, like there's just like so many aspects of this is utterly disappointing. As someone that was a like fan of Destiny, and as someone that was like tangential to DGG for the longest time. Yeah. Have you seen people speculating Destiny might sue Kiwi Farms? No, I doubt that he's going to sue Kiwi Farms because the Null guy said that if he does, and he's going to bury him in so much litigation that it won't be worth it. But I'm a Destiny fan, but this is pretty point blank undefensible. Yeah, exactly. Like and given that there are so many like big name chatters and orbiters and friends that haven't even done anything yet that are getting IP banned from DGG and blocked on Twitter. Like I don't know if like any of this like matters to Destiny, anything that I say, or if any of it will get back to him. But like if it does, I expect that I would be blocked or IP banned from DGG chat, which would kind of suck because I like DGG. I like the community there, right? And I think that it had so much to offer. But like again, his response is absolutely believable, dude. It's believable, dude. Just admit you're a PresidentSundee orbiter. Yeah. Wait, hold on. What was it that I didn't click on this here? What is this right here? Oh, that is the screenshot that you just sent. Yeah.
But there is a core of activism, of movement, of energy, and true of goodness. And it is something to see the community who has really, in a way, having been taught by Steven to do this in a way, hold them to a standard. I met many of you in New York.
I don't literally mean he needs to be chemically castrated. I'm sorry if the hyperbole is too much, but like again, like the guy has a problem, and he needs to own up to having a problem instead of deflecting that like everybody's a gooner at his streamer size. Like don't deflect. You leaked news of your friend that came over to your house on a regular basis, right? Who has like hopes and dreams for the future of working. Like, didn't she say she wanted to work for the Hague as a lawyer? And like you had done this, and you're not gonna like have any contrition for it, and just like accuse her of being out for the money. It's just like unbelievable. You can't do that shit. Once again, history has absolved me. It always feels like shit. McFiston. I don't know what you're talking about.
During one of the meetup that we just did. And I know many of you are people who, good people, normal people with your own stories. People talk to me about their experiences, how they got together. I'm sure, friends have been made in DGG chat at night. So it's not an easy situation. And I know it's painful for a lot of, in addition to victims, to onlookers and people who have to witness this, as well as the people involved. It's a lot of suffering. And, I don't discount any of that. And so I don't think that in terms of the projects, right, it is tough, the actual projects that have to end. Tough but necessary. But mine is not the least of the harm, nor is it exclusive. I know each one of you probably feels, those of you who supported Steven
trying to
channel
catch
in their own
something,
way.
Phil. Jesus.
There's a joke, right, in the walls. See, I know the jokes, okay? He was
I
able to
do
bring
know
that
jokes,
feeling of connection to a lot of people.
fellow kids.
And so it is, even for those of you who are.
Is his defense still that he got hacked or something? Like there's like multiple different avenues that they're going down, like defending it. One is that The real person that's like to blame is the person that released the nudes, that like he's changed, and that like it was just the fact that back then he wasn't on Vyvanse, but now he's a changed man because he's on Vyvanse, or like, you know. But again, like I said earlier, it's all about showing and not telling. Show us that you're a changed person and that you don't do this stuff anymore. Don't tell us. Show us that you like feel bad about what happened. Don't tell us. Like, show, don't tell. And that's like that's all you can possibly ask from someone who's in a position like this that says that they've changed. All you can do is say, show, don't tell. Show us that you feel bad about what's going on, and don't tell us that you feel bad about what's going on. Don't accuse the people who you harmed by sending their nude videos, okay, to Discord kittens. Don't accuse them of being the bad guys and that they're just out for money and want to take you down. You just can't do it, okay? Really taking the fall of Destiny like the Hindenburg. And this is what I'll say about that. It shouldn't be as big of a deal, right? But like the reason that like it sucks is like communities, no matter what you think of the internet, or like how important how important or not important it should be in your life, these communities do form, right? And you do form, you know, friendships inside of the communities, and you do have that like viewer streamer relationship, and like it's going to happen, right? And it does suck, right? It does suck when you find out that someone that you have been watching for a long time, and people and someone that you like do put trust in, you know. Parasocial relationships are a scourge, man. I mean, yeah, they are, but I mean, like I kind of have like mixed feelings on not just like parasocial, but also like the community aspect of it, because like I don't think it would feel as bad if like DGG itself, right? Because again, I do like DGG, right? There's incredibly cringe aspects of it, but like the big name chatters and the people that I've met through like the canvassing stuff, those people are like really cool, you know. Those people are really cool, and well, I say that some of them hate me now, but yeah, it was a really cool experience going out and canvassing with people from DGG. It was a really cool experience meeting people from DGG. It's been a really cool experience over the past, how long have I been streaming? Since very late 2019, you know. The near on or close to becoming 6 years of streaming that I've been doing, right? Like the majority of that has been interacting with people from DGG, and I have like closer and, you know, more, you know, acquaintance level relationships with people that I've met through DGG that have come into my chat and became viewers and then moved on and then come back and stuff like that. And when the initial, you know, the node at which all of these connections are made, it turns out to have like gone rotten, that definitely sucks. Yeah. Wait, you got banned on the sub, the DGG chat, and the Dalban Twitter? Jesus. Destiny's purging. Yeah, and like I'm friends with Lemon Kid, right? Lemon Kid, I've been saying way I've been saying way rougher things than Lemon Kid was saying on the Dalaban Twitter, right? Saying that this needs to be Clockwork Oranged. And I don't know why I haven't been blocked and, you know, banned, although I've been streaming about this for a while. Maybe that'll come back to him. I don't know. DGG needs an Iowa. Yeah, they don't know about that, Phil, okay? They do, and DGG needs to rally around me, someone who will never be caught doing some crazy shit like this, because I am monogamous and I love my girlfriend, okay? You can explain it? No, not right now. Why do you think I've resorted to posting anti-D clips on my alt? Hey, send some. We need some levity, okay? We need some levity. Did I already finish my Coke Zero that I brought? God damn, I'm thirsty. Damn. How many Coke Zeros have I gone through? Sucks this meant Ukrainian Anna canceled. Was she coming here to meet with Destiny? Jesus Christ. Oh, that's so rough, dude. No. Different Anna. Kill Phil. This is Ukrainian. Yeah, this is a lady from Ukraine who has funded like the defense of her town through through interfacing with Destiny, and like DGGers directly donating shit to, and helping out with defending what is it, Kherson? I think it's one of the ones that starts with a K. Kherson region, and had a very close relationship with DGG, and now it's like but yeah, John, if you have some funny Destiny clips that we can go through, shoot them my way. Wait, where the is Discord? Oh, there's Discord.
Or parasocial, the new paradigm, the new word, right? I'm sure it feels for a lot of you like as though it were a friend or family member. By the way, same true of Pixie, I think, and of Cherry, who, by the way, also Cherry and I have had disagreements on certain shows or something before, but we've always made an effort to make up afterward. And I thought she ran wonderful panels back when she was doing them.
Should I name the Bellsprout DGGL?
The fact that some of the victims come out of the community is an extra layer of sadness and of suffering.
Give me a name for the Bellsprout.
Story here were like,
Yeah.
There was this guy had a girlfriend, right? And,
Yeah.
The girlfriend sent him nudes,
Okay.
and
What happened?
They broke up, and so out of anger, the guy sent the nudes to his buddy, and the buddy sent it to the other buddy, and it just went the whole school had.
Can you guys even hear this? This is so quiet.
Story here were like,
Yeah.
there was this guy had a girlfriend, right? And,
Yeah.
The girlfriend sent him nudes,
Okay.
and
What happened?
They broke up, and so out of anger, the guy sent the nudes to his buddy, and the buddy sent it to the other buddy, and it just went the whole school had her nudes.
Wow.
Right.
That's cray.
I just want to say that
What was this conversation about? What?
in of itself is another example of violating consent. Even though for so long we were trained to be
Oh, it's a
consent
video.
has to do with sex and stuff like that, but no, it's they're sensitive.
Did you guys know that if a breaks up with you and you send her nudes to everybody, even that's wrong, guys?
Consent. And I just
Wait, is he saying that sarcastically or not? Okay, hold on. We're not gonna be crazy, okay? We're not gonna be crazy. Is that in context, or is there context that?
You can see that kind of parallel with my
I'm sorry.
stuff.
I'm
and,
so sorry.
The story here were
Oh, okay. He's being sarcastic. Okay, there's way more than enough to shit on Destiny without the fake shit. Okay, I legitimately don't believe in supernatural shit or precognition, but man, it feels weird how I felt skeeved out about people like Destiny and Vosh back 3 to 6 years ago, and I was right. Vosh's thing with the short stack goblin child porn shit was absolutely wild. But this has actual victims, so sometimes you just look at someone. Yeah, I could do that with Vosh. He seems a little bit like a freak, but come on, Pisco, spit it out.
What do you want me to say?
What do you want me to say? It's bad.
So that's what I have to say. That's what I've been doing the last few days, trying to right the ship and finish the obligations that I had with what's happening in New York. And now moving forward, I know the stream says the path ahead. It's a little undefined, for sure. Here's what I know, though. I know that there are good people from this community, from the greater community, who are not going to sit down. You're going to continue to make your voices heard, whether on this or any issue. For me, that issue is going to continue to be defending our country from this administration, from putting a spotlight on the corruption that our countrymen, whether DGG or not, is going to face on a daily basis, the abomination of this administration. That has been, is, and will continue to be my mission. On the Anything Else podcast, when I was on it the day after the election, I told you guys that we'd be back up and we'd have plans to move forward. I never thought it would be without Steven.
Well, how are you going to do literally anything without like Steven's money, right? How are you going to do anything without Steven's money? Also, again, I still think like if Destiny's like initial response had been better, and if his like response the next day hadn't been so dog shit, okay, there is a world in which this like the political project survived, you know? Dead ass, are you waxing your mustache? No, I don't have mustache wax. But like there was a point before things got too out of hand that this could have been saved, but damn, I guess I don't have. I thought I had a drink still. Damn it.
In all my visions of the future, I always saw him as
you.
Being by our side as we moved on to these things. I always envisioned it. It's what I wanted.
Yeah, you.
But I don't despair because I know some of you are still out there, and there are good creators, good people to follow. It's certainly not going to be the same. I'm not telling you it's going to be the same at all. But I'm begging you, please don't become apathetic. Don't lose heart. If you don't mind, I'm going to take a sip of my iced tea.
He is a bendy straw. What a loser.
I guess it's fairness to open it up. YouTube chat is what I have open right now.
All right, is there anything else interesting that he talks about?
I can't speak to future for anything. I truly, you know, I can't speak to that.
Sorry, Gas. I hate us too.
Folks.
All right, folks. Does he say anything else interesting, or are we moving on?
I have spoken with Steven. I'm not going to get into our communications in terms of the substance of them. I'm not going to do that. I don't, you know, unless there's an overriding reason. My practice is not to share any kind of direct messages of any kind that I have with people. Plan to do more content. Yes. So we have a newsletter that I'm working with someone who, as an artist, the design is to keep track of all of the abominable actions taken by the current president of the United States, Donald Trump, and his stooges who are quickly turning this country into, as O'Malley said, something less than a republic. It is a disgusting perversion of American principles, of the Constitution, of the rule of law. And while I draw breath, my goal is going to be putting a light on that. So I do have a newsletter out every Monday. It's free. I think the paid version has, well, I know.
All right. What is this that people told me to watch?
Myself at 27 this morning, enjoy it. Gooning, I'm gooning, but death is coming sooner. Pay 500 every day for OnlyFans. I can't wait until I drop the chin off. He won't let. I'm gooning in the cool cave. That's mental. Yeah, I know that I'm a cool slave. I got 40 Twitter accounts and they're all porn. I'm not parents, which I was never born. Never born, never born. I eat American food, it's so
This is actually
I think there's demons inside of it. Everything I watch, they see me need nice wig. Get cooning, I just cool all day. Gooning, yeah, I'm a straight goon cave slave. It's like I'm tackled up in you. It's like I got something on my shelf and it's a disease. But I don't even touch no pussy. I don't know how I can check STDs. It must be.
Okay, we're good. All right. Anything else that we have regarding the situation at hand? Anyone else's response that would be worth going over? I guess I haven't seen the conversation between, or I'm saying not the conversation. I haven't seen any of the conversations, but the what the is the Cope and Seed podcast? I did see him on Adam Friedland. I liked that. Cope and Seed podcast. I thought that was a good interaction. I thought it was funny. I mean, then link it to me in the Discord. Or tell me tell me where I can find it. Actually, before we start this, really quick, if you're watching on the YouTube, please like the stream. It helps me out way more than you could possibly imagine. So like the stream. If you guys want to help a brother out, I'm on a multiple ramen noodles per day diet. At least 2 of my meals per day are ramen noodles. So if you guys want to drop some Skrilla into my bank account, there is that. If you guys like the content, then subscribe me. We also have a Discord. There's that. Boom, Discord. So join that. I want more normal people in the Discord so that there's, like normal conversation. Like even if it's political, at least we have like some normal people and it's not just constant like link posting and shitting on each other, It's on Kuiman's subreddit. I don't ever use Reddit. I don't even know if I'm logged in. Let's see. I am logged in. r/Kuiman. Which one is it? Our relevant W versus Dan the Enforcer. All right. We'll watch this in just a second. I am going... You should play Mass Effect or something. I don't think that's a good stream game. Although I will say this, I am probably going to be doing a lot more like gaming-centered stuff. That's why I'm playing Pokemon, because I have a goal to beat at least 10 of my old Nintendo cartridges, which I've never really done before. I've only beaten like 2 or 3 of these games. I mean, this is half of my Nintendo 64 games, so... There will be more gaming-centered stuff, so if you guys are interested in that sort of stuff, we'll still be talking about politics because I'm autistic and I can't stop. But yeah, that's the tentative content plan going into the foreseeable future. I'm going to piss real quick, and we'll see what we're doing after this clip. All right? Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, I left you in silence. I need you guys to concentrate for a second, okay? Focus, all right? All right. I actually am going to eat a little bit. I'm just going to stay in like a nice, comfortable level of stonedness today, I think. Not full on gigastone, but just enough, Okay, let's see what they have to say.
But are you a perma-offer?
Yeah, I'm done with him. Yeah, I'm done with him.
Really? No shit.
Yes, why? I'm done with him. Because I have no reason to believe he's going to stop doing it. He's literally memeing on Pixie. He's literally saying she's doing it for...
Thank you. Yes. There's no reason. He's not giving us a reason to think that he's changing. Have you considered background lights? Yeah, I used to, but then I thought that it's a little bit juvenile to have yellow and blue and pink and green and red lights in the background, unless you're doing it for a meme. All right, that shit's so 2020, dude. Get with the game. Now we use warm light. But like this is so true. This is 100%. Listen, there are so few. Okay, I have so little respect for like 99% of content creators. Off the top of my head, there are 2 that I don't think I've ever had any kind of problem with when it comes to like their engagement with other people. It's All Relevant and Lonerbox. Okay, I even have problems with the way that I've engaged with people in the past. Okay, and I know that. All right, and you guys know that. I'm not like the smartest person in the entire world. I'm just honest with what I believe. I will put in the effort to not be a total, dumb on stream, and I'm not going to play team sports necessarily, right? Like I'm just going to be me, right? But I up sometimes, right? All Relevant and Lonerbox. There's just like so little there, unless you just disagree with their politics. But in terms of like the way that they handle themselves and the way that they, how honest they are with how they do things, I have so much respect for All Relevant. I have so much respect for Lonerbox. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. I don't want to like accidentally leave someone out and then them feel offended or something, right? But those are just like off the top of my head. Those two dudes like almost always have a like good take that I never have a problem with, right?
Because of it. But are you a perma offer?
Yeah, I'm done with him. Yeah, I'm done with him.
Really? No shit.
Yes,
Why?
I'm done with him. Because I have no reason. I have no reason to believe he's going to stop doing it. He's literally memeing on Pixie. He's literally saying she's doing it for money.
Exactly, and Dan can't expect anyone to think otherwise, even like Dan, you might be seeing someone clip it and ship it to him. Dan, you might be seeing the difference in Destiny's personal life and how he carries himself and how he treats other people and how he interacts with other people in his like interpersonal life. Show us, don't tell us. He needs to show us. That's on him. If he doesn't show that he is a changed person, then there's no reason to believe, because all of the trust that we have built up is around the very stuff that he up on. Show us, don't tell us. All right. You can't expect us to just be like, oh, well, this time he's changed because like everything is crumbling down around him. Now we believe that he's going to change. Like, no, you, he needs to show us, and everything wouldn't be crumbling around him if he like could not shit on Pixie and say that she's only out like here for money. He could just shut the up, but he didn't shut the up. He decided to go on the attack. It's ridiculous. He's memeing through it. Don't meme through it. This is really bad. Okay, Jesus Christ.
He's implying that he's a victim and that now that he's on Vyvanse, it's like he's all good now. Like, there's no reason for me to believe that he's better. There's literally no reason.
True.
And I don't know why I would associate there. Yeah, no. I'm personally done with him.
Well, maybe he'll survive anyways. That's possible. Because of it. But are you a perma?
Well, I think that, and like to be clear, I think that he likely will survive. Like, I think that there's going to be audience members that are going to continue watching him. But like in terms of, growth in the way that he wants, and like, people respecting him in his takes around anything like this, like that's gone forever. And it's his own fault. He did this to himself, and there's no one else to blame. All right.
Those of you who have been following Destiny in his orbit for a while may have started to notice a rift forming.
Destiny can help you with the slandering. I'd rather not.
In late November, a leak occurred which revealed, shall we say, a lot of Destiny's personal history. There has been massive speculation about the people involved in those leaks, whether the sharing of them was consensual, and people's both public and private reactions to them. What I have for you today is a breakdown of the conversation that occurred between PresidentSundee and StraighterAid.
The only part of this that we're going to watch is the stuff that I don't know. Once we start getting into stuff that I do know or that we've talked about today, we'll move on. But wait, PresidentSundee is a real person? Yeah. I think that PresidentSundee comes off looking really bad in this whole thing. How Sondsol feels. Here's the deal. I want this guy killed. Clean shot. Take the shot! Take the shot! No. No, I already had like a very, very extremely low opinion of PresidentSundee. Outside of the fact that like occasionally he can be just like a force of nature that can be funny sometimes, but like outside of that, like I don't think that he has like in like any kind of moral character. I think that like the way that he like handles himself and handles others in this space is dog shit. I think that he's like a genuinely just like a bad person, and I think that the way that he came off like accusing Pixie of being just like a gold digging whore that tried to steal money from Destiny because her nudes got leaked and she was going to sell out all the other victims as a result of that. I think that came off really bad. Play the clip in DMs that I sent earlier.
Let us be clear. Our numbers. You are a standing reserve of possible donations. That is it.
Jesus
and those donations
Christ.
do not contribute to any political party winning an election. They contribute to Destiny being able to fly on the not feel the pain of a plane ticket, to be able to fly women to him at will, to be able to.
Oh wait, what? Sorry, there must be something cut out at the very beginning.
Let us be clear. Our numbers. You are a standing reserve.
PresidentSundee is the peak Reddit tier fedora tipping weirdo. I mean, yeah, the way he talks is insane. All right, but like, I would be able to get past that if he was like a decent enough person. But he's just not a decent person. He hasn't been a decent person to me. He hasn't been a decent person to like basically anyone. He's defended people who like should not be defended, like Demon Mama, over the weird sexual shit that they did with an underage person that they knew was an underage person. Like my memory of his interaction with that whole shit coming out was saying that it was dangerous to be talking about this and like demonizing them, which was ridiculous. Dead ass. Like, yes, no, these people are horrible people. And yeah, there's just like not like the only thing that I can say good about PresidentSundee is the fact that he is a force of nature. You never know which side he's going to choose on any given topic, right? Like if he's always inserting himself into drama, all right, and you never know whose side he's going to pick. It could be anyone. He's just a force of nature. He could be like forcefully shitting down the throat of someone one day, and then the next day when there's another drama involving that person, being on their side. Like you never know where he stands. And like sometimes that makes things, it makes things really funny. But when it's like happening to someone that is a bad target for that, it feels really bad.
Of possible donations. That is it. And those donations do not contribute to any political party winning an election. They contribute to Destiny being able to fly on the not feel the pain of a plane ticket, to be able to fly women to him at will, to be able to eat whatever he wants, do whatever he wants, and that's it. Pay lawyers, say, should one of them come forward with allegations against him. That's it. That's what this is for. That's what all you've been paying for when you donate to Steven. That's what all you are doing.
And see, like, the thing that makes it so hard to listen to this guy, right? Or like people who have been on the Destiny hate train for so long is when they say shit like that. Because no DGGer is ever going to listen to you if you talk at them like this, because it's just simply not true. Like you can tell people, oh, like the only reason he's just a sociopath. He doesn't care about literally any of the political things that he talks about. He's just there to get money so he can more whores, and you guys are contributing to that, and you're either small-brained or like too stupid to understand, or you're weak-minded, like you're just like too weak-willed to think for yourself, and so you've been like had. But like I think Destiny does care about the things that he talks about. He just is probably a sex addict that ruins all the relationships in his life and harms all the people around him. Going off what he said, no, I think that Destiny does care about the political things that he talks about, and I think that Destiny does, like he's put way more money into it than he's gotten back, right? I think these are like legitimate political projects that he wants to see done because he think that he does want to do good, but it's just like he's shooting himself in the constantly, and he's hurting people around him, and it's just like not good, Pretending to be high moral characters. Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, like listen to what he says here. It just doesn't like track onto the reality of the situation. And that's why allegations coming from PresidentSundee, allegations coming from, people like him, or like, let's say if it was bad empanada, even if everything that they said is true, the likelihood that anyone's going to listen to them because of their A-log behavior, even if it's totally 100% true and they absolutely have Destiny like dead to rights, there's going to be a large amount of people that aren't going to listen to him because of who they are and how they have carried themselves, Let
us be clear. Our numbers. You are a standing reserve of possible donations. That is it. And those donations do not contribute to any political party winning an election. They contribute to Destiny being able to fly on the not feel the pain of a plane ticket, to be able to fly women to him at will, to be able to eat whatever he wants, do whatever he wants, and that's it. Pay lawyers, say, should one of them come forward with allegations against him. That's it.
Like again, Destiny's probably a sex addict. Okay, Destiny is not there's no defense of Destiny here. But I don't think that his entire streaming career is built around his desire for puss. I think that he's just a sex addict that has that going on the side and is ruining everyone's, ruining his relationships like that. Oh, really? You're not just gonna just plus play.
That's what this is for.
I mean, who is it aside?
That's what all you've been paying for when you donate to Steven. That's what all you are doing when you go canvas with Steven. You're giving him an excuse so he can bolster that cult of personality, so you think you're doing something.
And see, these would ring so much, this wouldn't ring as hollow coming from him if he did literally anything. They just never do anything, which is why it's so hard to... It's hard to listen to them talk about this at all.
That when stuff like this goes down, you're all jumping in the line of fire for him. And you guys, I believe you when you say that you think that he's a bulwark against the right, because, by the way, my fellow Americans, it's a scary time right now. I can actually say that now, can't I?
What does that mean? What does he mean by that?
It's a scary time right now.
What does he say right before that?
And you guys, I believe you when you say that you think that he's a bulwark against the right, because, by the way, my fellow Americans, it's a scary time right now.
Okay. God, he's so weird about it too. Why can't he just be normal about it? I just don't get it. I just don't. Why can't he be normal about it?
Includes multiple DM leaks between the parties involved and conversations of the general strategies being taken. But first, let me explain to you why I'm prepared to release these at all. When I went looking for these DMs, having heard about them on the from a couple of sources, I'll be honest, what I found was two separate individuals who had received them independently, and for one of them, they were pretty far down the chain. Now, people's level of knowledge involving these leaks is debatable. Though at this point, I will say, of all the people who aren't directly involved in these events, I probably have one of the fullest pictures. The story I want to tell you isn't really the story of Destiny. Rather, what I want to display is the machine that exists around him. Because, to be clear, that machine around him is already being exposed.
Hi everyone. So Lonabox has announced that he is quitting YouTube, and he gave a bit of an iffy answer for that. Like he said, it was in part because he was supposedly harassed and smeared by me and Hassan. But I actually,
it probably is. This guy's a lunatic, crazy person with no redeeming qualities whatsoever. Jesus Christ.
Actually found out the real reason just now, and it's that Destiny cucked him. His girlfriend cheated on him with Destiny.
And this drip feed of information is causing so much speculation from everybody that regardless of what anybody's original intentions were, it has created more of an air of mystery, speculation, and interest than was ever needed. On November the 29th, 2024, PresidentSundee would reach out to Stray Charade regarding...
So, I don't know if you're following this, but someone dumped all of the sex tapes Destiny leaked on Kiwi Farms. I didn't look, but people saying Pixie is in one. Maybe check on her and make sure she's okay. And then Straight says, "Oh God, we'll see what's
the
up."
Destiny leaks, and ask her to check in on Pixie.
What is Bad Empanada's accent? He's Australian, and then he moved to Argentina. So because it is incredibly hard to sue someone for defamation or to take any legal action against them for harassment or anything like that. Like, he's untouchable because he moved to Argentina, because he is the possibly one of the most unhinged, deranged, mentally ill people to disgrace the face of the internet literally ever. And he knows that, and everyone that watches him knows that. But he's gotten platformed by Hassan recently. Everybody has known this about Bad Empanada for years. He has been the most unhinged person to interact with. I would never do it. I would never interact with the guy because of the reputation that is around him. And because he was a cudgel against Destiny and Loner Box, Hassan just like platformed him. And when I say like disgusting levels of harassment, I mean like actual disgusting levels of harassment, unhinged, crazy, like on par with or possibly worse than like 4chan A-logging. Like it's crazy.
Pixie. As even at that point, people were beginning to speculate that it was her in the images. They then begin discussing the situation.
Is watching a video platforming? I would say watching a video and then saying this guy is based as this guy knows what he's talking about, and then like basically giving him good press. Yeah, I would say that that's platforming. Yes.
Situation and how best to move forward with informing Pixie, which leads to an hour-long call in which Sunday provides further context around the leaks themselves and other people Destiny may have been involved with. This also includes a conversation between Lav and Pixie, which occurred during the Mr. Girl saga, where Pixie denied sleeping with Destiny when confronted by Lav. Pixie would then go private, much to the frustration of both Sunday and Straighter Aid, both in real
let me go back.
and other people Destiny may, which leads to images, and ask her to check in on Pixie. As even at that point, people were beginning to speculate that it was.
Oh God, we'll see what's up. It's a lot. I just saw. What do I do? What if she's with her family? I don't want to send her that, and then she's full on panic and can't even be on her own. Voice call, as in, should I ask if she can talk? No, I mean, let's talk over voice. Game plan this. Does PresidentSundee and Pixie have any kind of like friendship relationship whatsoever?
Was her in the images. They then begin discussing the situation and how best to move forward with informing Pixie, which leads to an hour-long call in which Sunday provides further context around the leak.
This drama shit is stupid. Yeah, I know it is stupid, but like this is probably like the biggest thing that's happened. And you know, if I didn't talk about it, listen, if I didn't talk about it, then I would be accused of sweeping for Destiny. But I also think that it's like important for people who have like been part of DGG, and I think that it's important for people who, you know, have supported Destiny in the past to call it out and say, hey, this shit is absolutely unacceptable, unbelievable, insane shit that Destiny is doing, and he needs to shape the up. I think it's, yeah. Like, that's not the first time I've heard about shit like that. Yeah, I mean, I had someone... when I was debating the infrared guy, someone did that on to him while I was streaming, and I didn't realize it until after he had gotten banned for it. So, which was a big moment on my end, but yeah.
Leaks themselves and other people Destiny may have been involved with. This also includes a conversation between Lav and Pixie, which occurred.
Wait, why? What?
Other people Destiny may. Which leads to an hour-long call in which Sunday provides further context around the leaks themselves and
Lauren and tiny final message.txt.
Other people Destiny may have been involved with. This also includes a conversation.
Why would you lie about me sleeping with Steven? This is too Lav. You're discussing it and you're enabling a male abuser. Have fun. I still understand how he abused you, and it's because you're stupid. Blocked. I will say this: the allegations that Lav and Mr. Girl Love Destiny are not these are not this. They're not vindicated. It might be salty because they're taking a victory lap. It might seem like I'm being salty, but they're not vindicated. They're not good people. They haven't been shown to be correct about him because the things that they were alleging against him have not been proven to be true. That's just crazy.
Between Lav and Pixie, which occurred during the Mr. Girl saga, where Pixie denied sleeping with Destiny when confronted by Lav. Pixie would then go private, much to the frustration of both Sunday and Straighter Aid, both of them realizing that in some way.
Hey, I really don't want to pry. Some stuff came out with regards to Pixie. I don't want to talk about it anywhere, but just asking if you're aware. What do I do? Just say yes, as in, yeah, I'm aware. Say nothing, give him a night to possibly think to say something else. Tomorrow say yes and ask why. That's my advice. The reason being that of everybody at the moment, I think J-Stock is weirdly one of the few in trust at the moment. Man, I'm so glad that I'm not involved in this sort of like gay shit anymore, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I am so glad I am not involved in any of this gay behind the scenes Like I used to be like when I first started streaming, like and the especially when the stakes were lower, there was like weird gay ops shit that happened in the background, and I got roped into it, and then but this shit is it's so gay. It is so like not normal human behavior. Where are the bodies you hid for them? No, I think that I was involved in leaks that like got Destiny in trouble actually. So, Sondsol's tax folder leaks. Yep.
In ways, this was just a confirmation that it was indeed her to those who were speculating. Outside of these two, the wider rumor mill was obviously already spinning, with people reaching out to see what information or opinions other people had. There's obviously the additional factor of speculation regarding what other communities may know or be referring to.
The Nick Fuentes porn video did more damage. And hey, you know what? I will say this. People trying to, like, Erudite and Destiny and everyone trying to make memes and jokes around, like, the Nick Fuentes alleged sucking thing, like, all of that. That didn't make it to where less people sought out the leaks. That didn't make it to where fewer people saw the leaks. If they didn't want to address it for Pixie's sake, they shouldn't have addressed it at all. They should have handled everything in the background. Why the would they make jokes about the leaks if they didn't want anybody to look at the leaks? Wasn't it anti-Destiny people doing the Nick memes initially? Yeah. Why are they playing into it? Why would Destiny play into it like you did on stream? Why would Erudite play into it? Like that's a legitimate question that I have for them, that like if Erudite gives any additional statement on the matter or talks to anybody else on the matter and that video gets released, she should address that. Because again, I will give a lot more grace to Erudite and Dan than I will to other people. Because they're more intrinsically tied to Destiny, both through business and through like knowing him for forever. But like, if you're trying to protect Pixie and, you know, other victims of the leaks, you shouldn't address them or like do anything that might make people want to go and seek them out further, you know? The sad thing about the situation is that while Destiny is clearly in the wrong, there are so many weirdos trying to farm what happened to Pixie. The only normal person in this situation is Lonerbox. I will say this. I think that the messenger matters. The messenger matters. And when you have the messenger beat people like PresidentSundee, a lot of DGG is just not going to listen. Right? That's why I think it's important to like have a pretty strong stance on it on my end. Like if the messenger is PresidentSundee, or if the messenger was Hassan, or if the messenger was the corn cob guy, like I'm trying to think of like lefties, you know, but like or Vosh or someone like that, like those or Mr. Girl or Lav, if the same allegations came out from Mr. Girl or Lav, Destiny probably would never have like this wouldn't affect Destiny at all, right? But because Pixie was forced to come out and say, yeah, I'm doing a lawsuit against Steven because of this, because PresidentSundee forced her to come out with it publicly sooner than she liked. That's literally the only reason. It's the only reason that Sundee didn't fumble this, you know? Yeah, no, Mr. Girl's a weird, edgy pedo. You know, he's just like a misunderstood artist is actually what he is, you know? Oh shit, I think that literally the edible just hit. Let's go, guys. Ugh. I guarantee Sondsol's folder has Pokemon corn. Who the saves porn? I'm sorry. You can just get that shit on the internet for free. Or better yet, like, get a girlfriend. Like, I don't know. Pixie got legal consultation from Lauren De Laguna. Like, please. I'm simultaneously responding to people at once. Is it confirmed that she got legal consult, or she consulted with Lauren about this? Is that confirmed, or? But yeah, the messenger matters. If your messenger is going to be someone that like constantly like shits on Destiny for things that people in his community don't think are actual problems, like I think that the political activism that Destiny has like begun to do, like maybe there was more criticism when it was in its infancy and there were a lot more problems with it. But now that there's like a more formalized structure to it and there's more legitimacy to it and there's been a lot more, right? I left, got coffee, got lunch, and you're still going? Yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to go for much longer, right? It's almost 5. And my edible hit, so I'm about to peace out. Probably not too much longer, but yeah. Like I will give Destiny credit, and I don't want. Again, I'll say it a million fucking times. I don't want Destiny to fail. This isn't what I wanted, but this is what Destiny's actions have brought us to. You know, I think that the political projects associated with DGG, the stuff that he has like started to do, and the pipeline towards getting people more involved in their local politics, right, and getting more people involved in like actually doing real shit. Didn't want Destiny to fail. Yeah, what did I say? Sorry, I might have misspoke, but yeah, I didn't want Destiny to fail. And I still don't want him to fail. There is still like a 1% chance that he could like pull this back. It's just his response thus far is like absolutely like killed his credibility to me. But like, there's a 1% chance, right? Let's hold the door open just like a crack. All right. The door is closed enough to where it's fully shut, but the latch hasn't clicked all the way in, you know? I want him to fail, if I'm being honest. I don't want him emboldened after this. No. I don't want him emboldened. What I want is there to be actual contrition, right? That's what I'm saying when I don't want him to fail. I want there to be like actual contrition, because that's the only way that he won't fail. I think that he fails in who he is and what he presented himself to be, you know? You'll kill us all. You don't know what's out there. Yeah. But like, yeah, like the door is like shut, but the little thing hasn't latched in, right? It's not locked, right? There's a 1% chance that he could bring this back, but I just doubt that he is, because he's being so obstinate about everything so far. So I don't think that it's going to happen. I'm pretty done with the dude in terms of like anything that he has to say about like most things. I mean, I still agree with him politically, but yeah. It just sucks because, again, like, and I said this earlier, right? For people that like haven't watched me in a long time, or that people that haven't ever watched me before, I'm a political science student, and I have a lot of experience now with like online media, right? And I have some connections that are still open because of that, I wanted to use my degree to work in the DNC or work with groups associated with the DNC and work in media somehow with messaging and shit like that. I don't know exactly how I would go about doing that, right? But like that's kind of like the dream, right? Like doing something that actually like helps get a good message and a good presentation of Democrats out there, right? And that's something that Destiny's like, you know, his political project was built around doing that. And that's why it was like, I was like, yes, this is really cool. Right. But he's himself and that political project in the process, and he's victimized people in doing so. And he doesn't seem to be showing any remorse whatsoever. Like, again, it doesn't matter how many times Dan says, or it doesn't matter how many times Destiny says that this happened, you know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I'm a changed man, or Destiny's a changed man now. It's about showing, not telling. Don't tell me that you're a changed person, because your entire career is built on trust. Right? Trust that you're being honest, and trust that you're, you know, telling how you live your life in an honest way. But you obviously haven't, because while you were arguing with the red pill guys about consent and saying you're Captain Consent, you were sending unconsensual videos of your friends sucking your to people, and you don't seem to be showing any contrition. You know, I don't want them to see, oh shit, the guy who f***ed up my life is getting to continue reaping the benefits. It would make me not trust anyone if I was one of them. Well, and even take it from the victim's mouth herself, like Pixie, like she didn't want Destiny to be destroyed. She wanted him to pay like a massive like financial penalty so that he never does it again, right? The point of bringing charges to Destiny was not to harm him, or like bringing the lawsuit against him was not to harm him. It was like this is not showing that he's going to settle out of court. He's not showing any contrition, or maybe he was behind the scenes. I'd have to reread the logs and stuff, but like, yeah, like he brought it on himself, you know? Yeah, but there are other victims other than Cherry, Pixie. Yeah, there are, and we'll have to see how those play out. I'm very inclined, based off of everyone that's around Destiny, saying that Cherry's probably not, wrong in what she's saying, and like, yeah, Destiny should see those consequences. But I'm just saying, like, before we even get to whether or not he violated a statute, before we even get to whether he broke the law, he violated the consent, and that is what he built his career off of, is trust. And he's violated their trust. He's violated his community's trust. He has no leg to stand on for saying, trust me, I'm changed. There is no trust anymore. Show, don't tell.
When they were coming across general memes or comments. These conversations would continue for several days while they discussed the reactions from the wider community and online discourse. Picking back up on December 4th.
Oh shit, this isn't spicy chat. I don't need you guys to feel bad for me. I need you guys to stop acting like low IQ children. Lamal, yeah, right. The things you guys say about me and the way you guys talk about me literally make me suicidal. I'm not joking. Do you think I haven't read the messages you sent before this one? Jesus Christ.
PresidentSundee becomes concerned with Pixie's approach.
I didn't know that she went to spicy chat. I haven't been in spicy chat for months leading up to this. If you're done with him, period. Rebel Mango, did you hear like the past like 20 minutes of stream? Someone else can explain it to you, because I've said it like 50 times this stream.
And tactics. Noting that that's...
Becca's video explains so much more than Sunday's. Yeah, no, again, like Sunday's video was disgusting in the way that it framed Pixie. I flat out unbelievable. The second half, like the first half of that video was describing Destiny's crimes. The second half of that video was calling Pixie a gold-digging, extorting whore that doesn't care about victims. Like, please, that shit was just unbelievable to me. All right, for like someone who claims to be a leftist and who claims to care about victims, I'm sorry, that it's like actually like it's insane that anyone would defend that behavior in a utilitarian sense, since Pixie didn't actually end up killing herself, and since it's damaging Destiny so much, I guess it was the right call to do. No, that doesn't absolve him of, like, just because it happened to work out for him and Pixie happened to not kill herself, right? The victim's not happy about this, you know? This is why I voted for Trump. Based. What video is this? This is Cope and Seethe Beckett's. Even so hyperbolic, the line is too blurred. Personally, I will be unequivocal. The edible hit again. Okay, the last one went away. This one's rising. Let me be absolutely clear. Until Destiny is capable of showing that he actually is a changed person, I don't think that there's any reason to funnel people towards like watching him. I don't think that there's any reason to trust anything that he says on any topic that doesn't have to do with like the news. Okay, if he has any take that has to do with any kind of social issue like consent or trust with your partner or relationships, it is not to be trusted. If he says that he's a changed person without any actions showing that he's a changed person, he's not to be trusted. This has it's just believable. At this point, his statements have led me to believe he has no ability to show that he is a changed person. Even if he is, he has no ability to show that he's been a changed person. So there's no reason to trust that he's been a changed person. Until Destiny shows that he can be a changed person, there's no reason to support him. That's my stance. Now, that's a hard word to say. Unequivocal. Unequivocal. I'm assuming that's right.
It's like every wrong decision she could make, now it's content. The concern generally being that this was only reinforcing people's opinions that she was the one in the leaks, and driving people to investigate deeper. StraighterAid would describe
She's making a reason for people to investigate it for her. If she's not willing to laugh it off or be a victim or whatever, she needs to say nothing. Lying about it poorly is the single worst thing she can do. You're preaching to the choir. I told her repeatedly that denying it basically wasn't an option and just to shut it, but she didn't listen. I'm talking to myself mostly because I'm annoyed I can't tell anyone else. Same. I know you did. I'm so frustrated with her, but I don't see how getting upset with her for doing this will lead to anything other than making her feel bad. Oh, it won't do anything. You're going to have to let her torture herself and then pat her on the shoulder after the consequences of her own actions ruin her year. Smart move actually would be to maneuver... The smart move actually would be to maneuver as a victim of Steven and put those people currently jumping down her throat on her side. Be outraged at the fact that the leak was made and that the scandal instead was ew. And wait, what? Be outraged about the fact of the leak and make that the scandal instead it's ew, Pixie, no. Is it saying how StraighterAid over in this too? I don't know why StraighterAid, I'm sorry, also, you are clinically if you trust PresidentSundee with anything. Has there ever been a thing that has been said to PresidentSundee that hasn't come out, said to him in confidence that has not come out? It's happened multiple times with group chats that I happen to be in. Luckily, I'm not in any of the screen caps because I don't say completely unhinged, deranged things all the time in group chats, but there's been at least 2 group chats that I've been in that have been leaked to PresidentSundee in confidence. Those things have been leaked. There's been every single drama that he inserts himself into, someone's telling him something in confidence and then he leaks it. Why the would anybody think that saying something to PresidentSundee will ever stay with PresidentSundee? He's a leaker. He wants to, if he sees an opportunity to insert himself in a drama where he can get more viewers, he's gonna do it. I don't see him as a moral actor. He's not better than anybody else, but even though he pretends to be so above it all when he's losing in a situation. But the second that he can insert himself and just act as the moral high horse, he's immediately on that shit. Okay, it's insane. Nicholas Diorio was for talking to PresidentSundee about literally anything. Yeah, exactly, Frames. And that's why, for how he has painted me in the past as a genocide and Holocaust denier, disgusting. The way he's painted other people that I know in the past is disgusting. Yeah, I do not like the guy. And every single time he inserts himself into another drama, he makes himself look worse in my eyes. He's not a stupid person, all right? He's not a stupid person. He should be smart enough to not do these things if he actually cared about the things that he says that he cares about. Which is why I think that it's more malicious than it actually comes off as.
This as Sunday preaching to the choir. Importantly, it was around this time that NotSoErudite would reach out to StraighterAid. She asked how Pixie is doing, but then she asked if Pixie...
Kylo was asking me for details earlier, blank. She asked how Pixie was doing, and then she asked if Pixie knew he took the video and if she consented to it being shared. I don't know why she would even ask me that. My answer could be no on both counts, and she would not change a thing. Either she doesn't know and she's looking for a way out to set herself apart, or she's asking on behalf of Steven to gauge whether Pixie is going to cause a problem. The third is she's just a dumb idiot and out of the loop. I doubt it's the third. I doubt it's the third too. They also really tried to paint NSE as the Ghislaine figure. Yeah, again, I will give a lot more grace to Sunday, or not Sunday. I won't give any grace to Sunday. I will give a lot more grace to Dan and Erudite. I still NSE as a Ghislaine figure. No. Don't. I think that And like just like the way that Pixie's correspondence with her, I think that Erudite and Pixie probably are actually friends, and Erudite's in a horrible position because her citizenship in the United States is contingent on her being a like entrepreneur, and her business is tied to Destiny. She's in a horrible, and her still be a Ghislaine figure. No, I think that she was genuinely trying to help Pixie out. I don't think that she was, unless there's something that I'm either A, forgetting, or B, don't know about. I haven't seen her try to sweep for Destiny at all. But I there might be something that could change my mind on that. I just haven't either seen it or I've forgotten about it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if we might just get to the end of this one part and I might be done for the day, folks. Once again, if you're watching on YouTube, please like the stream. It does help me out quite a lot. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to drop some links in chat if you guys want to help a brother out. Discord. Join the Discord. I want more people in my Discord. It'll let you know when I go live, etc., etc. Here is a donation link. If you think that I'm an entertaining enough guy to earn some of your Skrilla, drop it in my bank account. I eat ramen noodles for 2 meals out of the day, and I do not want to get another kidney stone, so I need to stop doing that, okay? Here is it for the Twitch chat. Donate. I got a meme for you. How's it going? Dank Brandon. I think Erudite dealt with Pixie in a very trauma-informed way. Yeah, I don't have as much of a hate boner for Erudite. Again, I said it earlier. I have a pretty neutral opinion on Erudite. There's a couple of things that have been weird with her, but in terms of like disliking her, I'm just not at the point of disliking her still. I know there's a lot of people that do. She seems kind of benign to me. A little weird, benign. I haven't had a negative interaction with her. Erudite does not look good in this. If she's a mental health professional and thought that it was smart for her to mediate between Pixie and Destiny with so much of her personal gain tied to Destiny being successful, then either she's dumb as or B, she was trying to keep Destiny going. Listen, based off of what I've seen, it seems like Pixie is not upset with the way that things went down with Pixie at all. And it seems like the screenshots that I saw was just being an intermediary. I didn't see anything of Erudite pushing her one way or another. If there is something like that, you guys can link it to me. I'll walk back. I'll eat my words and I'll start shitting on Erudite right now. But I don't think that I've seen, to my recollection, please excuse the ramblings of a syphilitic mind, but I don't remember seeing anything. Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm going to see if I can get to the end of this. My voice is starting to go. It's okay for you to put more trust in her than myself. I mean, my entire worldview is crashing down around me because my daddy Destiny is in the, he's in the hole, man. And like, I'm willing to believe anything that anyone says to me because my entire reality is crashed. I don't know what to believe anymore.
He knew he took the video, and if she consented to it being shared. I don't know why she'd even ask me that. My answer could be no on both counts, and she would not change a thing, lol. It's quite obvious that in the opinions of both StraighterAid and Sunday, that NotSoErudite would be asking these things not out of concern for Pixie, but out of...
I don't trust that it was genuine concern for her well-being. I've seen no evidence that Kyla is like that. And see, like, I get conflicted things from people that like know these people in personally. Like some people who have like met Erudite personally say that she's like a weird ass freak that is like going to, you know, what's the Nick Fuentes thing? I will kill and die for Nick Fuentes. Like there have been people that like give the impression that Erudite's like that for Destiny. And then there are some people who are like, yeah, no, she's just like a normal person, dude. So, yeah. On the bright side, anyone calling you Diet Destiny is now sort of a compliment. Just respond with, same great taste, but with no sex scandals. Let's go. Oh, wait, I'll join your Discord and just post it there? Yeah, do that. I mean, like, you can post links in... Phil, if it has anything to do with my, like in the past, if it has anything, any kind of meme from, like... Don't dox me by accident, okay? That's my only ask.
of concern for Destiny, with a general feeling that regardless of what the answer was, Kyla's position wouldn't change a dot.
True.
Straighter does also confirm that Pixie was aware of the recording at least existing, and that it had not been created without her knowledge. The conversation moves off this topic once again at this point, to the wider subject of Hassan and the Twitch war that was occurring at the time. Though it would come up again around the first when Straighter brings up Fairy Queen leaving a comment on Kyla's most recent video. Erudite seemingly had been in contact with Fairy Queen asking her to take this comment down, or at least a section of it. Though it is worth noting that Erudite is openly talking about...
Oh, also, this message does come off real bad. I'll tell you guys that. I thought that this came off looking really bad when I saw it in the Sunday video, I think. This looks really bad. But I think that explanations that I've seen from her and from Pixie in the days after Sunday's video dropped are an adequate response. I think that they're just like a little bit... I don't think that anyone's like really smart. I don't see what Destiny did that was that wrong. He took a video of Pixie and then he sent it to someone without Pixie's consent, and then that video got leaked to the internet, and then he doesn't show any contrition for that, and he's recording people without their knowledge in sexual situations. It's really bad, Slime81. It, like, as a big Destiny defender, it is really bad.
Being in contact with the victims of the leaks and noting concern for them as the primary reason for its removal.
Libman.
As I'd like to do as little editorializing as possible here, I'll let it pass without much comment. Though I would like to point out at this point...
Hell yeah, I'm on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube.
...that the leaks themselves and the silence
I don't
around
care
them
if he
have
gave that
become
girl her
such
career.
a fascinating topic that even Wick TV seems to recognize that this is obviously becoming a content item in and of itself.
Keep that in mind. It's an interesting question. Symposium Brain for $20 says Molina recently confirmed that the sex tapes leaked by Destiny's former
Jesus Christ.
girl were shared by Destiny without her
Nice,
consent.
good one, nice.
If she has no
Yes.
legal recourse.
I got a whole bunch of super chats for you, Wick. Ready?
Okay. Did you not?
Wick.
Okay, fair enough.
Wick is a stinky butt. I think that's a #1 super chat.
At this point, Straighter
Damn, I don't know if I've seen that clip. Oh wait, Jesus Christ. He didn't have a... He was so up by the fact that that was being read out loud that he didn't have a response to it. He didn't even have a meme in the chamber, dude. This is a guy that always has a meme in the chamber. He didn't have a meme in the chamber for that one, dude. That was... Oof. I'm memeing, by the way. Listen, I've seen a couple of people on Twitter actually defending Destiny. It's I'm not putting up with that shit, okay? I'll fight people on this. He needs to be held accountable, all right? That's all I'm saying.
Reed accuses Kyla of being snaky about this to PresidentSundee, explaining that Pixie and Kyla have been in contact, with NotSoErudite acting as a...
Wait, hold on. He's saying this is blackmail. 1 second. Pixie contacted her and said that she was trying to use her as a liaison. I told her Kyla can't be trusted to help with that. Dan contacted Pixie a couple of weeks ago as well. Dan, in his statement earlier today, we have seen Sondsol which channel? What do you mean? Which channel? Oh, just posted in like Gen 5.0. Because I have that open right here on my other screen. What was I saying? Yeah, Dan's statement was that he was advising Pixie, like, if she said she was going to ask for $5, he said ask for 20, right? Like, if she was saying, like, I want him to be held accountable, he was like, hey, let me hook you up with some lawyers, right? Like, I do think that that Dan comes, like, even if you think that he should be way more aggressive, and like, I think Dan comes off looking good. I'm a little bit biased towards Dan. I think there's been a couple of things this past year with some of the dramas that I think Dan came off looking really good. I think Dan's a good dude. Like, deep down, I think that he's a good dude. I think he's a funny dude. It's really hard for me to hate Dan. All right. He's very endearing. Very funny. So, am I the only one who thinks Dan was trying to get Pixie? No, I don't think so, because he, like, why would he, like, stop talking to her and, like, say, like, look, it might be inappropriate for me to, like, be having this conversation because I'm friends with, like, the next day he was, like, saying that. So, I don't think, not seeing Jin chat, it's called Jin 5.0. Oh, you know what? I know what the problem is. You didn't thumbs up the rules. I got you. I'll give you rolls, and there. Now you should be able to see it. Wait, I gave you the wrong roll. It doesn't matter. All right. Streamer doesn't want to. Yeah, exactly. The Mossad, they told me I can't criticize Dan. Anyone else? Send this to Wick next time you see him.
And then the, like, straight up.
This doesn't have a slur in it, right? I'm not getting ready to speak to anyone. I was just giving someone rolls.
Like, that was a serious Roman. It wasn't even like a subtle.
The Wick salute shit is wild. The fact that I can get Wick to do a like Sieg Heil on his stream, just saying like, if it's so bad, then why don't you do it right now? The fact that he will just like drop the Sieg Heil, like that's a level of obstinance to being wrong that I've ever seen. And I like Wick, okay? I would say that he's probably one of the very few content creator friends that I have, but that shit's crazy wild to me. Okay. I don't care about this. I want to finish whatever the fuck we were just watching, all right? So that I can end stream.
Kind of liaison.
Wick came around before I left. I don't really know him. I think he's a good dude. There might be some stuff that you don't like about him. Not because like there's just like some things that like I know that there are criticisms of him that are valid, but I like him enough as a guy. I think that I think he's genuine in the things that he says. It's just sometimes he's like a little too centrist even for me. It's a little bit annoying, but yeah.
It's also revealed that Dan reached out to Pixie as well. And from what Straight Raid had heard, Dan encouraged Pixie to...
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was reading this out loud. According to what she told me, he basically said, ask Steven for a reasonable amount of money and he'd probably pay it, and wanted her to convince him to not take legal actions against Kiwi Farms, which he's considering. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, it probably isn't worth it to take legal action. I think that Kiwi Farms is just there. I thought you did? Wait, what did I thought I did what? You thought I did what? Sorry.
To ask Destiny.
You have for a call later tonight. Lycan and I are driving back from Texas. I won't be home until late tomorrow night. What about the night after? Pixie wants to go public before the end of January, and I don't know what to tell her because there's pros and cons both ways. Let's talk tomorrow. I'm going to talk with someone I trust. This is blackmail. Tell her under no circumstances to do this. Dan is a moron, or he's trying to sabotage her. I don't think Dan was trying to sabotage her. I thought you were done. That's why I posted the tweet as a farewell meme. What tweet are you talking about? Am I that high that I'm losing my mind? What the fuck are you talking about? She was asking how to handle it without it getting out. Yeah, exactly. I don't think, like, again, PresidentSundee wants to bury Destiny. He doesn't care about literally anything else.
For a reasonable amount of money, as well as trying to get Pixie to persuade Steven not to sue Kiwi Farms. Straight Raid would then provide Sunday with the DMs between NotSoErudite and Pixie, and notes Pixie's original desire for a payout somewhere in the region of $1 million. So let me take you through.
Okay. That's all I'm going to do today. I have something that I have to get ready for later tonight, and I'm really tired. Okay. Do I need a hard restart Discord? Maybe. I don't know. But I do need to end. Is there anyone on Twitch that is live that we care enough to raid into? Let's see. We can't. You know what? We'll raid into Danaboo. Okay, we haven't talked to Danaboo in a long time. /raid At Danaboo. That's right. Can't do at. Raid. Danaboo. Yes, former mover and shaker. All right, guys, I love you guys very much. It's been a fun one. I will catch you guys later, all right? I might be able to stream again in the next couple of days. I just don't know. But once again, join the Discord if you haven't already. Send me some stuff that you want me to go over and yada, yada, yada. All right? Why is it not letting me raid out? All right. Rating out. Love you guys. Subscribe so that you guys get notifications when I go live. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Catch you guys later.